Yes, 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 yes. We back again. G. Bush in the building. And you know what? I must say, looks like a very nice outfit. You'll see what I got going on? This is that barbershop first game of the season black outfit. This is beautiful. You can get this at shopfitmerch.com. That's where y'all can get it from. As always, please subscribe to the channel and check out the shopfitmerch.com store. You got the matching hat. You got the matching champion joint. Stop playing. All materials. We ship to every part of the country, every part of the world. If you got somebody overseas you need a gift, we got you. If you got somebody that's just wanting to get some barbershop gear, champion, sweet, smooth, embroidery, quality work, holler at your people. Shopfitmerch.com. G. Bush sent you everything you see me wear right here on these cameras. You can cop at shopfitmerch.com. Let's get to it, man. Browns, Ravens. Let's get into this pregame. Let's preview this matchup, and this is going to be a very big matchup. So let me give you kind of a little bit of context what's going on with this. See, the Browns and the Ravens are pretty much not getting any favors done to them, right? When you look at the Cleveland Browns and you look at the first two games, you got the Ravens on the road, turnaround, short week, right to the Cincinnati Bengals. And so when you look at this game, there's an opportunity for you as the Cleveland Browns to come out 0-2. 2 games in the division. It was set up that way because I think that the league wants to get all the games out of the way in case another wave of COVID-19 happens, and then you're not able to finish these games up. Two big games, and it is no bigger than we start right here with the Ravens. So let's get to my thought processes on the Ravens and kind of look at what the Ravens do very well and see what the Ravens really hang their hat on. And so when you're looking at the Baltimore Ravens, it first starts off with Lamar Jackson, right? When you look at a guy who's a quarterback that rushes for over 1,200 yards, you got a quarterback who also can throw the ball, also had put up 30 plus touchdowns in the air, 6 interceptions. This guy is a weapon. He's a weapon in every way, shape of the word. They got a strong running game to complement that, but Lamar Jackson really sets everything off. Lamar Jackson is that straw. And how he gets you is this: it's a very subtle way the Baltimore Ravens lull you to sleep. They do it in a way in which it seems very unassuming, but they're very potent. Their average is over 30 points a game, and they're majority of the time running the football. Number 1 rushing team in the league, and putting up 33 points a game last year. They do it because they run so many different formations, so many different places around the field, that people are left open. They can attack you if you have too many people in the box. If your defensive ends get out of position, in their running game, they run it, and they run the read option. They run the zone option, and they do a lot of misdirection in the backfield. So when you're looking at the defensive end, it slows your defensive ends from running upfield and being what they want to do, is to get after the quarterback. So that read option is devastating because guess what happens? It slows your rush down. You have to stay in your lanes. And so therefore, you got lanes. You got run lanes. You got run lanes for Lamar Jackson. You got run lanes for their backs, multiple back, Edwards, Mark Ingram. Everybody knows about J.K. Dobbins if you're from Ohio. So they're going to run those plays, and it keeps your defensive ends. It keeps them honest. It keeps you steady. And you always have to remember, they're always setting you up. Always remember that. Very important, very key. They're always setting you up, whether it be play action, whether it's the screen game, whether it's a shot play to Hollywood Brown, whether it's getting Andrews open, Mark Andrews over the middle, multiple tight end sets, the most multiple sets of any team in the league. They're going to run the pistol formation. They're going to run a lot, and you just can't count on Lamar Jackson making errant passes. He's shown that he's improved that. He's shown that he's improved that part of his game. So they're going to be very difficult to stop, very difficult to stop. When you look at the run game and you look what they do up front, according to Pro Football Focus, number 2 rated offensive line all last year. Number 2. They lose Marshall Yanda, all-pro offensive lineman, but they got everybody back. They got everybody back. And what they do best is get up in you and wear you down with the run game. Wear you down. You know, it's tough to be out here trying to run around and chase Lamar Jackson, and then all of a sudden you got Mark Ingram barreling down on you. That's a tough situation. That's tough because as a defender, you're not playing downhill. You're catching. And if you catching, you're losing. If you catching, that's 4 or 5. 5 yards. J.K. Dobbins, 6 yards. Screen game, 4 or 5 more yards. Lamar Jackson, you can't. All of that just weighs on you and weighs on you and weighs on you. And that's what makes them so devastating on offense. If you let them keep momentum, if you don't have negative plays, you have to get negative plays against them. If Lamar Jackson throws you one, you got to catch it. You can't knock it down. Can't all this, I almost had it. Listen, you're going to mess around and get the break speed off of you. None of that. You need to take advantage of everything they give you. If they're going to run the football, one option of when you talk about running the football is this. When you're running the football, you don't have the ability to strike quick. You don't have the ability to strike quick. So an opportunity is you got to keep them in 3rd and 7, and you got to get off the field. You can't let them slow walk you down the field. You can't let them slow walk you, take your time, and Lamar Jackson's running back around there playing his best impersonation of Mike Vick. You can't do it. Just not something you can do. When you flip this thing over and you look on the side of the Cleveland Browns, the Browns actually, to be truthful, for whatever reason, and when you look around the league, there's always people that play teams tougher than others. When you look at the Cleveland Browns, they played Baltimore about as tough as anybody in the league. If you look at those games, the Browns go into Baltimore, blow them out low-key, and then that game, the last game, when Myles Garrett was playing, I don't think Myles Garrett was playing in that game. I may be mistaken. Let me know in the comment section. But, you know, they come into Cleveland, and that game was even close, too. If they wouldn't have let them score 75 points in like the last 3 seconds of the half, Freddie Kitchens, oh, my gosh, bro. Don't get me on that. I'm getting in the weeds, but come on, man. Like, this is ridiculous, man. Freddie was giving people games, giving them, like, you let them score twice before halftime? Unacceptable things. So when we looking at what the Cleveland Browns do and why they match up so well against them, it all starts with the run game. It all starts with the run game. You got the second leading rusher in all the NFL, Nick Chubb. And that was without a Kareem Hunt, that was without a running game, that was without the zone stretch game. And you weren't even using Kareem Hunt right when he came back. This time, the Browns keep 4 tight ends on the roster, and they're going to run the ball. That's what it's going to be. Invest in your line. Jedrick Wills, invest in the left tackle. And I thought coming out of college, his best traits was on the run game. We're going to spot shadow that too. Don't forget barbershop film room. We're going to get in and break down offensive line play, trenches play. We're going to get into receivers. We're going to get into the all-22. We're going to do all of that here. But Jedrick Wills, I like him in the run game. Nasty in the run game. Does exactly what he needs to do. Knocking boys in the first row of the stands and put them up there drinking Gatorade and popcorn. Put them boys out of here. That's what he does best. You go get Conklin. I like that move. Now you've got something set up where now that's the game plan. For the Browns to come in here and win this game, they can't do what they did last year. Don't think you're going to come in here and use, Jarvis Landry and him have almost 200 yards and Baker have his best day, 340 some odd yards in the air. That's not what the game plan is. This game plan and the recipe for beating them is beating them at what they want to do. Your goal is to control the clock and hit everything when they bring them people up. Earl Thomas is not back there. Earl Thomas is not back there. That is going to be a key thing. Don't get it twisted, people. Earl Thomas is still a playmaker in the box. Still a playmaker in the box. If there's any way to beat if you're any way you're going to go ahead and you're going to beat the Ravens, it has to be up front. You see what the Tennessee Titans did to them. You see how they were victimized. You saw Nick Chubb get 165 and 3 touchdowns on them last year. They can be had up front. This isn't Sam Adams and Tony Siragusa and Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Sackmaster Terrell Suggs. No. That's not it. That's the Ravens of the old. Now, the Ravens were a strong defensive team on the ground after they had a couple mislaps. But when you looked at elite running teams were able to get their money off, and especially in the playoffs with Derrick Henry. That's the formula. Go back, watch that game. No mistakes in the special teams. No turnovers. And every time that they got that ball, they put it in the end zone. When you do that to a run-first team, that sets up that animosity in your stomach. It sets up that, oh, man, you looking around, it's getting late early. It's second quarter. You're like, man, we only touched the ball twice. That's because you went 3 and out. You touched the ball twice. You go down 14-17-3 with a strong run game and a defense that not giving you no big plays, that changes the complexion of the game, changes the whole entire complexion of the game. When you look at it, atmosphere plays a big role in this thing. Atmosphere, once again, very important. No fans in the stands in Baltimore, none. This is a neutral site game. This might as well be a neutral site game. Because here's the thing that's happening. There's no change in momentum. There's no stadium noise. There's no third down growling and tigers and fireworks. No. This might as well be in a parking lot of a church on a Tuesday night after bowling league. Ain't nobody out there, in other words. You're going to have to motivate you're going to have to generate your own momentum, generate your own animosity, generate your own aggression, and momentum swings, not a big thing like that. It comes down to execution. And I think that's going to be a big part of why this season is going to be so interesting, because there's not fans. There's none of that boost you get from home field advantage. So that's another big key, really big key. And the Browns, they're going to be on the road, but at the end of the day, there's no fans in the stands. That could play a role in it as well. But it comes down to this for the Cleveland Browns. Can you get 1 or 2 big plays from your 1 or 2 big play guys? This game boils down to, can Jarvis and Odell make the splash plays in between the run game and keeping it honest, dink and dunk, move the chains? Can you hit a splash play? Can I get a big play for my big play receivers in between the regular game plans? Because we know that they're susceptible to that. You got to test them. This year, Odell has to beat Jimmy Smith on that corner. He has to do it. Marlon Humphrey's a good ball player. All pro last year. He's a good ball player. But Jarvis had 180 or something last year. Right? It can be done. It can be had. Baker, take the stuff that they give you. Do not fall into this trap. There are 3 to 4 throws that the Ravens want you to make. They want you to make that, and especially over the middle. They want you to throw late over the middle. They leave guys open. They're like, okay, we'll give you – see, this is fool's gold. A lot of people don't get it. You can get – defenses will give you – they'll give you this. If you're going to take that 3 to 4 yard check down every single time, go ahead. But what happens is they count on you being like, ooh, you thought you saw that dude running open down the seam? Yeah, you thought you saw that. No, they're jumping that. They are baiting you into taking that throw because they don't think you can consistently be patient and take what they give you 3 to 5 yards the whole way up the field. This game is quarterbacks are greedy. They want, Listen, they want that knockout punch. It's just like getting a brawler in there. You get them, they want that knockout punch. Brawlers want to knock you out in the first 3 to 4 rounds. That's what they want to do. But the longer you go, the longer in them rounds, conditioning gets to them. The mentality gets to them. They lose the momentum. And then all of a sudden, 5th, 6th, 7th round, you going to the body now. Now them body shots hurting. It's the same thing with football. Same thing. Be patient. They're gonna give you some stuff. Do not fall prey to throwing the ball in directions where you should have been just ready to take it. If Chubb is in the flats, hit him. If Kareem Hunt is in the flats, hit him. And that's going to be also on Kevin Stefanski to figure out, all right, it's Baker. We don't need – listen, we can't get him into the 35, 40 passes. Manage the game. Whoever it is, Van Pelt, manage the game. Manage it. Because this is an opportunity where if you can get up, you put Baltimore behind the 8 ball. You put them on the skates. And you need to keep them honest. This game should be 24-17, 21-17, 24-21. We don't need no shootouts, 35-plus points game, right? Defense, tackle, 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 tackle. Everything in front of you. Tackle, 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 tackle. Ends, rush lanes, rush integrity. Don't be a hero. Don't be a hero. Cover your gap and don't worry about somebody else's gap because that's how he gashes you. Lane integrity, up the field, and that's how you keep Lamar Jackson to this game. Overall, it's going to be a really good game. Overall, I don't think anything's going to get blown out. I think this is going to be a filling out type game. I think you'll see both teams fill each other out. Both teams really want to run the ball and look for big plays. So with that being said, I'm going to go with an upset. You know how I'm feeling. I'm going to go with an upset. Browns came out there last year and did their thing. Why not again? I got the Cleveland Browns 24-17 over the Baltimore Ravens. They go 1-0, and the Browns under Kevin Stefanski in the drought, and they get that week 1 win. They go on, ready for a primetime event with the Cincinnati Bengals up 1-0, feeling good about themselves. As always, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit all that, man. Stop playing. No one's going to give it to you like I'm going to give it to you. Live, personal, direct, ready to go. This is the barbershop here. You know.